types of SQL statements or SQL commands. There are SQL sublanguages. So there are 5 sublanguages or types of commands: DDL and DML, DCL and DQL and DRL. So DDL is having so create, drop, alter, truncate, and rename. So DML is insert, update, delete, merge, and insert all. Now, DCL is the grant and revoke. TCL is commits, rollback, and save point. TQ and DRL is the select statement. So these two we can discuss in the advanced concepts. Okay. Now we can discuss one by one DDL and DML. So DDL is having create, or drop, alter, truncate, and rename. Create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So once you install the software or killer database, so what you have to do? You have to create your own schema. Usually in real time, you need to create this one because there is a DB administrator who handles this database. They will create schema for you. But here for your database, we are only schema, we are only database, everything, right? So that's the reason we have to create. How to create a user? How to create a user? So we will start this pool file so that we can share. Okay. So how to create a user? So there is a syntax: create user, username, identified by password. Create user, username, identified by password. So create user, username. What is the user? Identified by password. Identified by. So user is created. So now once you created, see here we have to connect initially. So we have to connect the, sorry, I forget to tell that one. sysdba. So we have to connect it to the DBA user. So DBA only will create the all usernames, right? The schemas, separate schemas. So before create the user, you have to connect it to the DBA. Then you have to create the username already is there. Yeah. Now if you see, username is the VTS and J, password is VTS_J. So I have created the user. After creating, we have to grant the permissions. One is connect, another one is the resource. Connect is what? It is used to grant the database access. Resources is it is used to grant the system created tables or system object or data dictionaries. So connect is used to giving the permissions to see now we have created the user. So now we are not giving any permissions to use that user. If you try to access, if you try to connect to that user, see, we can't able to connect it. See, you no longer connected to the Oracle because user v underscore j lacks the create session privilege or login denied. Login denied because we just created the user, we haven't given any permissions to that. So now we have to create the permissions, grant. So user has to be connected to the database. Next is resources, grant and resources. Resource to VTS underscore J. See, now granted succeed. If you try to connect now, connect this one. Password is. See, now we are able to connect. Even if you can try to access the system created tables, data dictionaries, user underscore tables. Why it is showing no row selected? Because we just created the user. There is no tables created on this user. There is no tables created on this user. So this is not required for you because in real time there is a DBA guy who will take care of this all the things. Now DDL language. When DDL commands, DDL sublanguages, DDL commands. So what is DDL commands? Why we use? So DDL definition language, DDL full form is data definition language. Used to, data definition language is used to define the structure of the database. Data definition language is used to define the structure of the database. Define the structure of the database. Data definition language or data definition statements are used to define the structure of the database. Structure means just nothing but creating any object. So create, this command is used to create database object like tables, views, procedures, index, sequence, and so on. Create command is used to create a database objects or define the structure. DDL all commands, not this one. DDL all commands are used to define the database structure with respect to the table creation, with respect to the alter the table, with respect to the remove the table, with respect to the remove the data, with respect to the rename the table. These all are comes to the define the structure. Define the structure. DDL commands are used to define the structure of a table. Okay. Now we will see one by one. Create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Create is used to create a new database object. New database object. Create is used to create a new database object. What and all objects we do have? Table, view, synonym, sequence, procedure, function, index, and so on, many things. So those all are the different concepts. We will discuss one by one. The syntax, create the table. We have already discussed this one, like first name, last name, this all thing. Syntax to create the table, what is the guys? Create table, table name. Create table, table name. Column 1, data type, size. Column 2, data type, size, and so on. Multiple tables, multiple columns we can declare. To create the table, this is the syntax. This is the syntax. Create table, table name, open parenthesis, column 1, data type, size. Column 2, data type, size. column 2 data type size. So if you take, for example, we will create one student table. Tell me guys, what is the syntax for that? Create
Table student.
table student
Student.
open
Column.
parenthesis. Next,
Student
student ID. What is the ID data? ID
number.
data type?
Number
Number
data.
data type. So just to give based on your requirement, just to giving one pen. Next, student
Student
first
name.
name,
Student name.
first name, varchar 2. Then please go on mute. Somebody, your side is too noise. So why we have taken varchar 2 data type, guys? It's a name is a string or character data. So we must use the varchar 2. So next, last name, L name. So what we have to declare? Varchar 2 only. Next is date of birth. Date of birth, which data type, guys?
Date.
Date data type.
Date.
Date data type. Which side it is coming? Either Srinivas or not Srinivas side. Somebody side. It was your side only. Okay. Date data type. Next, date of join. Date data type. Next, gender. Gender, which data type, guys?
Character.
Chars.
Char data type. Next, phone number. So if I declare 10 or if I declare 20, maybe based on the country it may change. So what I will do is I won't declare any size. Just I will declare the number or else either integer. So now what is the issue? Varchar 2. Here spelling mistake. Student table is created. Clear? How do you need to create the table? So if you want to see the table structure, what you need to do? You need to describe the table. To describe the table, DESC is the command. Already we discussed this one. See, this is what we have discussed. Okay, even those table details are stored in the data dictionary. User underscore tables data dictionary. User underscore tables data dictionary. So if you want to see, select just column name you have to put table name. Where is the owner? Or I'll just take the comma, take from user underscore tables. See, student table one only is there because this schema is a new schema, new username we have created. We just created the student table. Okay, clear guys? Create command is create. Clear? The same way we can create other database as well, like other database objects, like not only table, sequence, synonym. Those all are the different concept. Those all are the different concept, like sequence, synonym, index, views. These all are the things we can discuss in the on each topic. Now you know, right, how to create a table. So this is one more create table by using select statement. Create table by using select statement. So this is called like in subquery it will cover the concept how to create a table using select statement. So for example, we have already student table. Now I need to create a table. I don't need these all columns. This 3 columns I need. So by the time, if you want to create a table based on other table structure, based on other table structure, then you have to use the subquery. That is also one concept we will discuss in the subquery. Just I will give brief introduction here. You just remember this. Insert into, I'm just inserting the table values. Insert into student. So we will discuss this one in the. So here SID 1001, student name John, student name John. Why we need to give the inverted commas within? This is a string data. We must
String
and should
data.
give in the inverted commas only. Single inverted commas. Johnian. Okay. Next to date of birth. So I am just giving the sys date. Sys date is a function which return the current system date and time. Which return the current system date and time. Or else date how we have to enter default format of
DD1.
the MON YY. So do we need to directly can we give or we need to give the within single quote?
Single quotes.
Why we have to
Single
give
quotes,
within
sir.
single quotes? When you give the within single quotes, then only the server will understand that it is a string data. When the string data is having the valid date format, then automatically server converts into the date data type. So the dates which you are inserting, you must and should give the within single quote only. So on the date of join, I am giving the date of join. I am giving this is date. This date is a function, date function. This one we can discuss in the functions concept. So you just remember that this date is a date function which returns the current system date and time. Current system date and time. Okay. Next to gender. Gender is a just male. Phone number. Just I have given one phone number. One row is inserted. Same one more row. Same one more row. I'm just committing to the data. Now you can see the data. Select star from student. Do we have data? So now we have the zeros data. Now your requirement is you need to create a table. I don't need this all this one. I need only student ID, first name, and date of or else date of birth and date of join. This is my requirement. So within the requirement, there are two things. Within the requirement, there are two things. One is I need to create a new table. I need to create a new table. One is I need to create a new table along with the existing table data. Existing table data is very important question, guys. In interview they will ask. Next one is I need to create a table. Create a new table using student table along with the existing table data. I mean student table data. Another one is I need to create a new table without without table data. I just need to create a table, only table structure. Same, I need to create a table structure of SID and first name and date of birth and date of join, or else date of join, or else gender. One scenario. Another scenario, along with this data also I need to get. Along with data also I need to get. So that is one. We have a syntax. We have a one syntax. Create. We can create a table by existing table, or we call it as a copy of the existing table by using select statement. They will ask you in interview how to create a table by using an existing table. Scenario is one scenario is it has to copy the along with the table data. Another one is without table data. So the syntax is create table name. Same here. Yas keyword. Yas is a keyword. What is meaning of yas here? Whatever we mention in select statement, same it has to come. Select column name, what and all columns you require, then table name, then where condition. Where condition. Where condition. See, example 1. By following example, we can create along with the data. What is that? Create table, student copy. Yes, I need only number, name, marks from table name. Another one is having the where condition. So now I will tell you. Select to create table. Table name is student underscore copy. Yes. 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 Select what and all columns you require. If you need all columns means we just put simply select star from student. Select star from student. If you require all columns to copy, the table is created. Now you can see the data. Select star from which is you created, whether this is having table data or not. See, student also having same, student copy is also having. So if you want to create the table structure along with the data, then you have to go for the as select what and all columns you need to mention. If you need all columns, you can just simply put star. Star. You no need all columns means create table. Table name is student underscore copy. Yes. Select. You no need all. You need only SID, F name, date of join, gender. You need only these columns. Then from student table. From student table. Name is already having. Why it is having error? Already we have created the same name. Copy one we can mention. See, table is created. Even if you see the data, copy one, select star from. You only the columns which you mentioned, required columns, then those columns only it will copy. If you need all columns means just to give select star from here, select star from table name, then it will copy whole table structure along with the data. If you need only specific columns, those you can mention select those specific columns, then table name. Now this is the first scenario. What is that? Along with the table structure, I need the data. Next one is I don't need the data. I need to copy only table structure. So for that, create table name, student underscore copy. copy to. Yes. Yes. Select. I need all columns. Only I need all columns of means table structure. Table structure means what, guys? Column name and data type for that column. Only structure I need. So I just give student. Now it will come where come into the picture. Where 1 equal to 2. Any 1 equal to 2 condition true or false?
False.
False. So when condition false, it does not copy the data. So we can discuss about the where condition. There is a separate class. I mean, there is a separate class we have for the where condition. We can discuss those things here. Where condition. Before relational operators, it will come after DML. Okay. So where 1 equal to 2. 1 equal to 2 means condition false. When condition false, it does not copy the data. When condition false, it does not copy the data. Clear? See now. Only it will copy the table structure. Table is created. Describe student underscore P2. You give the select star from student underscore copy to. No rows selected. Why there is no data, guys? We have given the condition is false. When condition is false, it does not copy the data. Only it will copy the same table structure. If you see the student table structure, it will be the same. See, same table structure. Student copy to, and only this is the copy to table structure. This is the student table. Even student create. For example, along with the using where condition only, I need to copy the table structure and table data both. Using where condition, what I need to do? If we need both means table structure and table data, we haven't declared the where condition. Just simply we have given the select star from table name. Then whatever the table structure and table data, it's copied. If you don't need the table structure, table data, you need to give the condition is false in the where condition. Just we have added this one. So by the time it won't copy any data, you just copy the table structure. Now the same requirement I need using where condition. My requirement is same this requirement. Same this requirement. I need to copy the data. I need to copy the data along with the table structure. Using where condition. What do I have to do, guys? Create table. What do I have to do? Any idea? Yes. Select. So if I give like this, it will copy the data and the table structure, right? Right or not?
Yes, sir.
So the same where condition, for example, where 1 equal to 2 means condition false. By that time, data cannot be copied, only table structure will be copied. Same now, my requirement is by using where condition, table structure has to be copied and data has to be copied. It's very simple, right? Just to give the condition is true. See, to give the condition is true. See, student copy 3. If you give the condition false, then by the time data cannot be copied which is having the student table. It just to copy the table structure. It just to copy the table structure which is having the student table. When you give the condition is true, by the time it will copy table structure of the student table and along with the data, whatever it is having the student table. Hope it's clear for everyone. Even we can discuss in the quiz. We will get to know. Anyone is having any quiz on this? Any queries, guys? If you have any queries on create command, you can just remember about the create. Create command about the table creation. That one we can see whatever we discuss if you want sub queries as well. When you get the sub query, then you will get to know what is it. Okay. So now create command is completed. Create command is completed. Next, alter. Alter is used to modify the structure of a table. What is the table structure, guys? We can see the table structure.
Select to start from.
To see the table structure, not data. Table structure, we have to use the describe table. So now student. This is the table structure. Okay. So far what we have learned, how to create a table. How to create a table. Now how to create a table we have learned. So now I need to change the structure. I need to modify the structure of this table with respect to this data type and size. Or else to adding the new column or to remove the column or to rename the column. For it will involve. For example, now you have created, you are having already data for the table. To see the data from all columns, how to give the student. So now my requirement is, now I need to maintain a one more column as marks, or else location of that student, address of that student. Already we created a table and it is having data also. So now my requirement is, I forget to add or else my new requirement, already one existing table is there in your real time. There is a data for that existing table. So you need to maintain from now onwards. You need to maintain from now onwards address or location of that student. So those and all, that is one scenario. Another scenario is, I don't need to maintain the last name. I wanted to drop this column. So I need only student ID, first name, date of birth, date of join, gender, phone number, and next is location. So how to drop this one? Next, one more scenario. Here already, when you drop last name, I don't need to put first name. I need to change it as student name because there is no first name and last name. Last name we are removing here. So another scenario is, I need to rename this one as a student name. So that is also by using alter. And one more scenario is, here student name is, I just put 15 bytes, but students are having the more than 20 bytes. So I need to change this size of for this data type. So these all scenarios will be done along with the alter command. Along with the alter command. So this is the table structure, right? This is the table structure. If you want to modify the table structure, then you have to go for the alter command. So alter command is used to modify the structure of a table. Modify the structure of a table. Create command is used to create a new database object, either a table or any other database objects. Hope clear? So even for the scenarios again. Okay. So alter, it is used to modify the structure of a table. So within alter, there is a 4 sub commands is there, or else 4 keywords are there. So don't confuse here. Again, we have drop and rename is there. These all are the main commands. Drop and rename. So drop and rename works as a main command and sub commands both. Drop and rename work as a main commands and sub commands both. When it is comes to the sub commands, along with the alter it will come. When it is comes to the main command, so how we have used alter and create, the same way main commands it will come. We can see how drop and rename works as a main command and how drop and rename works as a sub command. Okay, there are 4 keywords or sub commands is there in the alter. Alter with add, alter with the modify, alter with the rename, alter with the drop. So that's what I explained so far. What is the requirements? 4 scenarios I told you, right? Alter with the add, we can add a column. Alter with the modify, we can modify the existing column, structure, data type, size. We can rename a column. Alter with the modify, we can rename existing column, F name to student name. Even we can drop a column. I don't need last name. I need to drop it. By using alter, we can drop it. Now we can see one by one. Add. What is add? Add is a keyword which is used to add a new column to the existing table. If you want to add a new column to the existing table, then you have to go for the add with the alter. By default, the column name will be added last place of the table. By default, the column name will be added at last place of the table. Last place in the sense, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This is the last place. This is the last place. Once again, excuse me. Okay, next. So by default, add is a keyword which is used to add a new column to the existing table along with the alter. By default, the column will be added to the last place of your table. Syntax: alter, table, table name. For everything is the same, guys. Observe. Create table, table name. Create user, username. If you are creating a user, create user, username. If you are creating a table, create table, table name. If you are altering a table, alter table, table name. Everything is the same. Creating a sequence, create sequence, sequence name. Creating synonym, create synonym, synonym name. Whatever you are creating, that keyword you have to mention, that's it. So here, alter table, table name. Yard is a keyword for the alter. The purpose what we are doing here, I need to add a column. So that's the reason we have to mention a yard. Yard column name. which column you want to add. Same how we will declare the column name when you are creating a table, column, data type, size. The same way when you are adding a column, column, data type, size. Column, data type, size. When you are creating a table, what we will give, how we can define a column name, data type, size. The same way, which column you need to add, the column name, then we have to mention this date type, then size. This is the syntax for to add a single column. That is the syntax for to add a single column. Example, you can see alter table, table name, add keyword, address column. What is the address? Address is nothing but a string or character data. So we have declared char2. Clear? See, alter. What I am doing? I need to alter the existing table. So table name, table we are working. What is the table name? Student, the table. So what we are doing for the table? We are adding a column. So add is the keyword. Which column we are going to add? Which we are going to add? Address column. What is the data type for that address? Where char2. That's it. This is the to add a single column. My question is now, when we add a single column, what is the data for this? There is no data, right? How it will add? You see the data. You see now address column is added or not? See, address column is added. So why it is going this much length? We have declared 30 bytes. The column name also it will go to the 30 bytes. Address column. Here what is the values? Null values. Because we just created the new column to the existing table. By default, whatever the data is having for the existing column rows, those rows will be the null values. If you want to update, you can update that one. Okay, that is the syntax for to add a single column. If you want to add a multiple columns, alter table, table name. See, alter table, table. Simply here, why we have put this many in table structure? I mean, why we have opened the open parenthesis? Because you need to declare a multiple columns. The same way here, if you want to declare a multiple columns, if you want to add a multiple columns, just to open the parenthesis. Single column means column name, date type. Multiple columns means just to open parenthesis, column 1 data type size, column 2 data type size, and so on, multiple columns. You can add it. That's it. See, I need to add which branch that is that guy and state also. See now, alter. So where I am doing alter? Table. Which table I am doing alter? Student table. What I am doing alter? I am adding a column. I need my requirement is multiple columns. You need multiple columns, you have to open the parenthesis. One is which branch is that guy? What is the data type? Where char2. Next is state, which state? Where char2, some 20. That's it. Branch is a column, where char2 size, column name where char2 size. So we have opened the open parenthesis here. So we have to close that one. Table is altered. Now you can see the data. See. Clear how to add a column, guys? Even I will provide the school file. Once you are going through the recorded session, by that time you can see the spool file as well. So what I have done, the same way, if you want to practice to understand, then you can download. I will send that one whoever is enrolled. Like there are 2-3 people is enrolled. I will send to them. This is the year it is saving. Once you put exit, everything will be saving here. DDL. So see, another 2 columns is added. Now, now modify. By using modify, what we will do? Modify is used to change the data type and increase or decrease the data type size to the column. Increase or decrease data type for that column. Modify is used to change the data type or increase, decrease data type, size of that column. That is modify. That is modify. Clear? Modify is used to change the table structure. Change the data type, or we can increase or we can decrease the size of for that column. So now, what is the here? First name is, it is a just varchar to 15. I need to change it as 30 size. What we have to do? We have to, here what we are doing? We are increasing the size of the existing column, existing data type of that column. So to increase and decrease the size, we have to go for to alter the existing table column data type and size. We have to go for the modify along with the alter. Alter syntax I need to show you, right? Now column type, column type. Type means this is a data type. What is the data type for that column? Size. Syntax alter table name, modify keyword, it will come. Column name, what is the column? What is the data type? What is the size? To modify a single column. If you want to modify multiple columns, just to open the parentheses and put all. Here, there are 6 scenarios it will come. You need to remember this one. I believe you in your real time, you don't need to use this one, because always we used to declare for varchar 255, 300 bytes like that. So there is no chance to alter the existing table to increase the size. But if you get the size, or if you get the table name to change column name for that, so you must be ready. That's the reason I'm explaining. Okay. In case of char and varchar 2 data type, you can increase size when column contain the data. So now create table. Table name is what, guys? Student table. Modify. So what I need to modify here? I need to go for the last name. Yes, varchar to 30. Modify. What is the column name? F name. What is the data type for that column? Varchar 2. So existing, how much it is there now? 15. I need to change it to 30. See, altered. Now if you describe the student, see, previously if you describe, see, F name is 15 bytes. Now I increase it to 30 bytes. This is To modify the existing column, single column. To modify existing single column. Double means what you have to do? Just simply open parenthesis. Even last name also year 15. Need to change last name also 30. Just to comma separated. Just to put L name. Then varchar 2. What is that? 15, right? Now I need to change it to 30. Missing right parenthesis. What is the issue? Here we have opened the parenthesis, but we haven't closed it. So now you can describe the table. Two columns. Two column means column and data type size. Like that, we need to put it. Clear, right? How to modify the existing table, column, data type and size. Now we have seen the size. How to increase that. If you want to increase and decrease, there are some rules. In case of var and varchar2 data type, you can increase the size when the column contain the data. Here, do we have data in this column, which we have increased the size? Data or not? This column is having data or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So, when you are having the table data, when the table contain the data, we can increase the size. Did we increase it or not? 15 to 30, we have increased it or not? When the column contain the data, we have increased it or not, guys? Hello? Tell me, guys. If it is right or wrong, that's not a problem. Did we increase the size or not using alter?
Yes.
Increase, sir.
When the column contain the data, in case of char and varchar2, in case of char and varchar2, this is the varchar2 data type. So when the column contain the data, in case of char and varchar2, we can increase the size. We can increase the size. In case of char and varchar2 data type, you can increase the size when the column contain the data. But in case of decrease, data type size should not be less than the based on the data of a column. For example, how many bytes the data it is having column? How many bytes, guys? First name is having how many bytes?
30 bytes. So sorry.
Data, I'm asking data. Inserted data.
4, sir.
4 bytes. So what I will do, I will try to decrease 5. Here L name is having 1 byte. So I am trying to decrease 2 bytes. So can we decrease size? See, we
Yes,
can
sir.
able to decrease. Why? Because it is having 4 bytes, but we decrease size to the 5 and 2. We can able to decrease till 5 and 2. Now, can I decrease 3 and 1? Or else 4, 1. Or we can do it. Happily, we can do it 4. Because first name is having 4 bytes. First name is having 4 bytes. Last name is having 1 byte. So we can happily decrease the size. But now you can observe. Can I increase to 3? Only first name. Can I increase to 3? Sorry, can I decrease to 3?
No, sir.
Why?
And we are having a 4 bytes of name, sir.
Yes. So when you are decreasing the size, you need to remember in your mind, you have to check that column, how many bytes is having that column. How to check? If you give the length, means there is a length function, it will give the length for every row. Then you have to take the maximum length for that. What is the maximum length which is having? Then you will get to know what is the maximum length for that column. Till the maximum length, you can able to decrease it. So below that, you can't able to decrease. See, cannot decrease the column length because some value is too big. So when you try to decrease the 3 bytes, it cannot decrease because already column is having the 4 bytes. Already column is having the 4 bytes. You can able to decrease the till 4 bytes, not less than 4 bytes, because already data is there. That you have to remember. In case of decrease, you should be, size should not be less than the, based on the data type size of that column, based on the data size of that column. So you should not able to decrease the less than the size of the data which is having that column. Clear? Hope it's clear. Next, in case now number data type. In case of number data type, you can increase the size when the column contain the data. I'm just giving name, right? I'm giving what is the number data type? Phone number. So phone number. What is the number data type? Number data type we have given, I think 30. See, phone number. So it by default it will take. So now I am giving some 30. Column to be modified, MTR decrease or precision scale. In case of number data type, you can increase the size when the column contain the data. But in case of decrease, see when you once again, when you given just a number, when you given just a number, there is no limit for that is the 38 bytes. I already told you, right? Till many bytes it will take. So now I'm giving just 30 bytes. No, it doesn't. Because the phone number column, you have just to declare number. In second class or third class we discussed. In number means if you give the size, then only it will take maximum size of 38 bytes. It will allow for the number. If you cannot declare the size, there is no limit. It's go to the 30 bytes, 40 bytes, 50 bytes. That's the reason you need to remember these points. In case of number data type, you can increase the date size when column contain the data. Same char and varchar 2. How the char and varchar 2? The same way you can able to increase the size when the column contain the data. In case of decrease, column must be empty. But in case of varchar 2, we can able to decrease till what is the maximum length of this data is having that column. For example, there 4 bytes is there. Till 4 bytes we can decrease. But in case of number data type, that is not matter. How many bytes that column is having. It must be empty. Then only you can increase. You can decrease. The column must be empty. So let me show you practically. Some pH we can give. Now what I will do, just to think that update, this one I will tell you later. Update statement in the DML. Heroes update. Now you can see the data. See, pH having how many bytes, guys? pH having how many bytes?
7 bytes.
7 bytes. 7 bytes. But the column size is 30 bytes. Now if you observe,
3 bytes.
alter table, table name is student. Modify pH, number data type. 37 I am doing. See, can we able to alter?
Yes, sir.
We can able to alter. Previously it is 30. We can able to increase the size. See, in case of number data type, you can increase the size when the column contain the data. Same how varchar to char, the same way. But in case of decrease, you can see how many bytes we are having? 7 bytes. I am changing it to 8 bytes. See, column to be modified must be empty to decrease the precision or scale. So even though 7 bytes it is having, but it is not accepting the decrease. See, only 7 bytes it is having. We are modifying it to 8 bytes, even though it is not accepting. But whereas varchar 2, see, Jan is 4 bytes. Till 4 bytes we can able to decrease. In case of varchar 2, what is the data which is having maximum size? So we have decreased to till 4, right? Till 4. But in case of number data type, till 7 or more than that also we are unable to decrease. See, even previous how much it is having? 7. So just to try to decrease it to 36. That is also it won't take. See, we are having only 7 bytes. 36 also it is not taking, because in case of number data type, you must be remember to decrease the column size, data type size. The column must be empty. It should not having any data. Should not having any data. Then we can able to do it. That is what I mentioned. So what is the difference between char varchar 2 here? In case of decrease, in case of decrease in the char and varchar 2, we can able to decrease till what is the data size is having that column. If it is 4 bytes, we can able to decrease till 4. If it is 10, we can able to decrease till 10. But in case of number, it does not allow you to decrease the data type size when the column contain the data. The column must be empty. Then only we can able to decrease. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, in case of number data type, column to be modified must be empty. Change one data type group to another data type. For example, pH what we have declared number data type. Now pH I'm changing it to varchar 2. Can we able to do it? We are changing number data type to varchar2 data type. So the column to be modified must be empty to change the data type. Why? Because here it is having number. How it will change it to varchar2 string? It cannot change, right? So when you are changing one group to another group data type, number to varchar2, then the column must be empty. Then you can able to change the data type from one group to another group. Clear? Here PH is having number data type. I wanted to convert into the varchar2 data type. We can't convert when the table contain the data. I mean the column contain the data, because already there is a number numeric data. We can't convert into the varchar2 data type. But change the data type from char to varchar2 or varchar to char, the column may or may not be empty, because char and varchar2 both store the string data. So that doesn't matter whether column is having the data or not. We can happily change it to one data type to another data type. So now here varchar2 is 4 bytes. First name is the varchar2 4 bytes. I need to change it to char. Use 5 bytes. See, we can able to change it. See, even the column contain the data, because char and varchar2 both are within the same group. Group in the sense both mechanism is they can store the string data. That's the reason we can able to convert varchar to char and char to varchar when the column contain the data. But with respect to one group to another group, either number to char or number to varchar2, or character to number or varchar to number, from one group to another group, the column must be empty. Clear, guys? So let me show you. The column must be empty. I showed you, right? Truncate student. Invalid truncate. Oh, sorry. Truncate table. See, now select star student. Do we have any data in the column? Previously, we have 3 rows. I have removed all rows. So there is no data. Now you can try to change one group to another group. See, PH is a number data type. I'm changing it to varchar2. See, now it changed. Why it is changed now? One group to another group. See, PH varchar2 37. Why it is changed, guys?
Column does not have.
Yes, column does not have the data. When you are trying to change data type from one group to another group, the column must be empty. When you are trying to change the data type from one group within the group, char to varchar or varchar to char, that doesn't matter column having the data or not. So what you need to remember here, in case of increase, number and varchar to char both are same. In case of decrease, only you have to remember these 2 points. In case of decrease, for varchar or char and varchar2, you can able to decrease till what is the maximum length of that column, either 4 bytes or 6 bytes. Till that bytes you can able to decrease. But in case of number, that doesn't matter when the column is having the data or not, like how many bytes. So the column must be empty. Then only it can able to decrease the size. See, now if you observe here, I changed it. See here, SID is there, right? The column is empty. Now you can able to alter. See, You can able to change that one also. I said in case of number, to decrease the size, the column must be empty, right? In case of decrease, I will give see now. So in case of decrease the number data type, the column must be empty. Then only you can able to decrease. So in case of one group to the group data type change, the column must be empty. Whereas char and varchar 2, that doesn't matter whether the column is having the data or not, because both are the within the group only. Here guys, that's all for today's session. We can discuss a rename and a drop along with the alter, these two tomorrow. Anyone is having any doubts? Is anyone joined newly today? I see Ravi and Sai. Ravi, Sai, you both are new or you are joining since starting?
Today, first lecture. Just
Okay.
today I attended.
Okay.
Can I get the recording session of previous lecture?
Yes, yes, sure. So I will give you right away, Venji. This is my contact number, WhatsApp or call.
Okay.
You can contact me if you have any doubts.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay.
and one more thing, you can ping me, I will give you the recordings, or else you can go. This is my Venky Tech Solutions. This is my YouTube channel. Okay.
Okay.
YouTube channel. All recorded sessions will be uploaded into the channel. DJ, this is what I have uploaded. See, go to the channel, go to the playlist. June batch is there. Is there right? June batch, SQL, PLSQL, real-time training. These are the class 1, class 2, class 3. Go to this playlist, okay?
Okay.
June batch. Go here and get the recorded videos. I am uploading yesterday video, 50th video it is uploaded, and the 6th video today class also I will upload. Total 6 class are completed, but first 1 and 2 is the who are from non-technical background. Just introduction, how the data, what is the data type, what is the